We're going live, right?
Show him the titty.
That's the first thing that everybody's here when you come up on live. Let me show you titty. Oh, we got two Georges. That's tight as shit.
Who?
You're egocentric, though. You got two of you on the screen right now.
Just keep it. Maybe the ratings might go up. This might be it. This might be the break that we've needed.
Is that double vision of...
Pop out chat. Boom. Boom.
It's better with two Georges though. That way people don't think I'm here and I have to say anything. So.
Oh, you know how to talk? What up, Glenn? What up, Anderson? Yeah, man, we'll talk about that. We'll definitely talk about that. Because I thought that was crazy when I read that quote. I was like, I like the energy. But we'll talk about that. Yo.
Y'all seen
Sykes, what up, man? I fucks Sykes a lot, though. Fucks with us.
I was just about to say that. Sykes is on everything. I
fucks with that, though. I fucks with that heavy. How's the weekend? Actually, no, don't tell me about the weekend. I'm gonna ask you guys about the weekend. So I don't want to hear about the weekend just yet. But let's talk about the Rumble, though. I mean, not Rumble. Elimination Chamber.
Oof.
So we missed though, dog. Missed the goat, dog. Missed the goat.
I got hate from so many people when I posted yesterday that Lashley was gonna work him, and it wasn't even people that watch wrestling. It was people that were fans of him from MTV. But I fuck with that. A lot of people like him.
I fucks with him.
That's crazy, bro. I never liked that motherfucker.
I never liked him as either.
So I didn't
like even now. I can't fuck with him. Like I get it. Like he's good at his job. Like I'll give him that. Mm-hmm. He's worked hard to get where he's at. Yep. I just can't fuck with him. Like he's like a fake superstar to me.
But you know
That's
what?
I'm always gonna see him like that.
The fact that we hate him means that he's doing something right.
Exactly.
Stop fuck with that.
Exactly.
That's cool, you know.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like respect to him, but fuck the Miz, dog.
What up, Eddie? What up, Little Apple? What up, Adrian?
Look, my prediction is Lashley's gonna take the title because he they set something up where Lashley's like, yo, I'll fuck up McIntyre. You come in here, do your thing, but you got to give me a shot at the title. So I don't think Miz is going into Mania with the belt. Just a prediction.
I hope it does. Listen, so here's the thing, right? Like everything I said about Miz and how annoying he is and how wacky he is, I get it. It's his character and he plays it really well. But then I started watching like the reality show with Anna.
See?
Yeah. And I was like, yeah. I mean, him and Maurice, though, I fucked them both. Mrs. Though,
it is what it is. It's dope. He's good at doing what he's supposed to do.
Yeah. See, Apple,
just not wrestling.
Apple said, even wrestling.
I think he's all right. He's an okay wrestler.
Okay, listen, but okay to be a champion? Come on, my man.
I mean, he's putting in the work though. That's what I'm saying. I respect it, but that was whack.
I see Lashley against Lesnar at Mania too. My brother was just saying that yesterday.
Oh man, I hope not, bro. Like I'm tired of seeing all these like, I don't know if they're taking it back to like old school, but like all these big ass wrestlers, like kind of all whack to me. Like I need like medium size, like I don't know, bro. Like Edge is the perfect size, bro, because he's small and agile.
Small.
Still.
There's nothing small about my man Edge.
Well, I mean,
he's like 6 foot what? Like
he's like 6'4", 6'5", something like that. But he's agile, you know. Like it's more like agility. I think these fools are too big. Like I don't like watching that shit, bro. Like I don't know. I like cruiserweights and motherfuckers.
You know what? I don't like watching
250.
I don't like watching Lesnar at all though. Like some of these big guys can still move. They can wrestle. I fucks with that, but Lesnar, like
I fucked with Lesnar pre-UFC. Pre-UFC, I think he was still agile enough to get something done, but the fact that he like went into UFC and just started bulking and getting bigger, which you would think would be the opposite. You need a cut weight. My man just got shredded in the UFC.
Yeah, well, he was everywhere, right? Like he just had to fucking lay on people and pound them.
Yep.
As long as Goldberg don't wrestle anymore, I'm straight.
Oh, yeah, accurate too. Accurate too.
Hey, listen, if Goldberg is on any card that I watch, that's my go poo poo time.
that's time to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Last week just destroyed.
As long as your fucking poops, anyways, though. Like
not for me though.
It's
I'll miss a whole Royal Rumble if I have to go to the restroom, dog. I'll take the iPad with me and watch this shit in the restroom because
Hey, did you guys hear about Asuka though? That apparently they were during the pre-show they were like trying to hype up of who her match was gonna be, and then during the main card they just stayed quiet. No one said anything.
Oh yeah, I had the pre-show on, but I wasn't paying attention, so I didn't even catch that. I heard about that. I didn't catch that though.
Like, oh, who's gonna be the person? And then nothing ever came from it.
Yo, man, Sasha. I'm like legit in love with Sasha though. Sasha to go. And then I saw the Broken Skulls episode afterwards.
I haven't seen it.
And I fucks with everything.
I was watching. I took it off.
Yo, watch the
Oh, you're telling me about
that. APA. Oh my god!
I watched that shit after the Rumble. I think it released after the Rumble, and I forgot to post it in the chat. But like, I was so stuck on it, dog. That shit is so tight to me.
So dope, right? How they became the APA from the acolytes to the APA.
Yeah,
I gotta watch it. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen this. I gotta watch that.
So good, so good.
I fucks with it. I want to see how the integration with Peacock rolls out, because that happens next week, right?
My brother was telling me that it's the same login. Everything's the same.
But you get the Premier League channel now, or what?
I believe so, because you're paying that same price, unless they bump you down to the $4.99. Because I believe Peacock, the Premier League, and everything is $9.99, correct?
Yeah.
That's what WWE is currently. It's at $9.99. So hopefully, it does that.
That's even dope. Listen, with WWE and the Premier League, plus all the content they have, like, it's not a bad look for $9.99. It's not a bad look. Like, they have good movies there too. They have
already paying what, like $7-8 for WWE, or is it $10?
It's $10.
It's $10. What up, Mike? Yeah. But I'll say this though, right? Like, I'm pretty much back to paying cable prices.
Really?
Between Hulu without commercials, Disney Plus, fucking YouTube TV, YouTube Premium, because I pay for premiums. I can't do ads no more.
Yeah, that's on you though.
Like
on you. The YouTube
Peacock,
Premium and all that.
Peacock,
that's on you.
No, hey, don't listen. I told you. I'm telling you right now, right? Like, don't ever get YouTube Premium, though. Don't ever do it, because once you do it and you see no ads, when you see ads, it just gets you angry, or at least gets me angry. Though. I'm like, the fuck's going on? I pay for it. So listen, I'm at a point where, like, if the content provider, whoever I'm watching, has a sponsored ad, like, I get mad, because I'm like, yo, like, I'm paying $11.99 for this shit. I want to see nobody telling me to buy anything.
He's spoiled.
Hey,
but I get you though. The whole ads thing, I can't do, because listen, we were here like 2 months ago talking about Jerem's getting Instagram ads, and that was the number one guy to get sucked in. I started looking up. I don't know if you guys got in this ad yet about the Dr. Squatch. Soap. Bro, I look at it like, damn, I want a black soap. That shit looks nice. And I was on their website just fucking around today. I was like, nah, I can't do this, man.
Bro,
yeah, look, I've been trying it. I've been wanting to try that shit.
Man, I've been looking.
Huh?
Just cut it in half.
Share one.
Les was here. Les was here earlier, Eric.
Yeah,
he's better back. He's a moderator. He's a moderator, so I hope he's back.
Moderator.
So I've been looking for a new case for my PC, right? Because I'm gonna get the AIO. So I've been looking for a new case, and like, I've been Googling it, and Instagram has been wow. Like, I've gotten so many ads for cases and PC parts. Like, since I started Googling, I'm like yo, I gotta disconnect all my accounts. Yeah, yep. And I've been clicking on all the ads too.
Let's see what happens if I go right now. Let's see.
Ads gives me a chance to go to rescue. Hey, Fernando, I just heard you got a podcast, bro. How come I hadn't heard about this before?
Look, Dr. Squash. Kind of shit is that?
It hurt you, though. I heard you.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, have you guys seen the social media experiment? Is that what it's called? It's on Netflix.
No, I never wanted to watch that because I knew I was gonna be pissed at social media for a week. Get all like anti-social media, and then be back on it. So I was like,
So here's the thing, right? Like I worked in ad agencies like for the past like decade. Like that's usually where I've been working at. So I understand the logic behind ads, right? So I thought I was smarter than that. Like, oh, this just can't get me, because I know what's going on. I watched the social. I watched that movie, whatever it's called, and I realized how they're getting me, and I was so mad. I was like, yo, I ain't no better than anybody else. Like, you know what I mean? I know what's going on, and still get suckered into it. So
that means it's good.
Yeah, it's good. Whatever they're doing, it is good. Are you using VPNs? Yeah, I use a VPN when the MLS season is on, so I can watch the Galaxy on ESPN Plus. That's what I use VPN for. For the rest, I usually don't. I don't, unless I hear about something being only available in a different location. Other than that, I don't. because it
talking
fucks
about
with my
the
inner
Galaxy
speeds.
and Spectrum and all that.
Yeah.
That's kind of smart, real shit. I was gonna use. I should start doing that if for YouTube TV and VPN on so I could watch the Galaxy and the Dodgers and the Lakers.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even think about that, but you're right.
Yo, talking about the Dodgers, I was planning to go to spring training on the 6th. Tell me why these
Yeah.
tickets are more expensive than the World Series ticket.
For real.
These tickets are the face value $15-20. I was seeing them online StubHub for like $400 to $400 to $600 for $15 tickets.
Yikes. Are they? But they're super limited this year, I assume.
Yeah. Well, the venue already is only hosts like 20,000. So if they do 20% of that,
Beer, herb, and metal. I'm naked. I appreciate that. I wish I was naked, but I'll probably get banned from Netflix.
Yeah,
and I'm rocking like some good A's or B's. I'm not even sure yet. You know what I mean? So yeah, I can't be doing all that. Need that second watch from Miami Heat.
No. Hey, we might get donations. Let's try something out. I want to see something real quick.
Nah, I'm good. So my BBM came. I'm talking about BBNs, baby. Let's go.
Talking about fights and stuff like that. This fight.
Oh yeah.
Yo.
Hold
on. Before we get it, my bad. I'm cutting everyone off. Fuck my bitch ass brother. So he hits me up. He's like, "Yo, this guy's plus 300. Let's go in on it." I was like, "Bet $100." He's like, "All right, let me hit up my guy." And I told him I had someone too. Long story short, mine didn't fall through. So we tried to make a bet. I left it at that. I figured, it happened. It happened. And I was telling her, well, "Yo, get on it. For that to tell me." I was like, "Cool. Tell me why my man won." I was like, "Yo, we hit." He's like, "Oh, I never hit him up."
He owe you money. It's like the Leo story. He owes you money now, dog.
That's exactly where we at right now. So my brother, he owes me about $300.
Yeah. Easy.
I'm telling my mom tomorrow. I can't wait when I see my mom.
Oh shit, man, that's funny. Yeah. So, Mike, bro, they do help with some of the ads, but it slows down my internet a lot. Like it slows down, like because I have to, sign out to a different server, so it slows down my internet a lot. And I don't fucks with that. I like my shit being nice and snappy. You know what I mean? Have my shit streaming without a buffer.
You were saying about the fight?
Oh yeah.
Fight, dog. That shit was amazing.
That was good.
I figured it was gonna be good when I tuned in, but I think that should just hit a different expectation than just like hearing all the pre-fight everybody talk about how the other fool is like clear favorite, and watching something completely different and watching Valdez outclass that fool. I was just like, yo, that shit was probably one of the better. Well, it's only been a couple months, or 2 months, but it's for me one of the fights of the year so far.
Yo, and if you guys are into boxing, peep my guy, the Fight Guys podcast. Drop the link in the chat, Fern. Peep that because they, he actually knows what he's talking about.
Don't watch that shit until he gives me my $300.
Yeah, go to his podcast and make sure you spam Pay George. Yo, you posted that knockout, right? Like on Twitter, because that's where I saw it, I think. Or did you post it on Discord?
Yeah,
somebody did, right?
I posted it on. I think I posted it on Discord and on. I posted it everywhere. Though I got the chance just to watch it.
Yo,
anytime that the feed.
That was something. Like I missed everything. I didn't see shit, but that was something though.
But that's on the ref though. The ref should have ended that fight earlier, bro. That guy should have never taken that knockout
2 rounds ago.
Yeah, that
was like, hey, stop the fight, my G. Like,
yo, he should have never taken that knockout. That's why when people get mad when refs start the fight early, we're like, nah, the ref sees something that we might not see. This time the ref didn't see that.
Nope.
Yo,
my man was just looking the other way, like you good?
Feel like it was obvious, bro. Like my man didn't have any power in his counter hits anymore. Like
it was just a walking zombie.
Yeah, like it was bad, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It was bad, and then when he got him, that shit reminded me of the fucking Juan Manuel Marquez knockout on Pacquiao.
See, but that fight, you still had Pacquiao winning it because Pacquiao. You know what that shit reminded me of?
Was like similar to that.
That shit reminded me of when Ivan Drago took out what's his face, and then the guys everyone's trying to throw in the towel. Yeah, y'all should have thrown in the towel.
Yo, I mean, you seen his soul leave. Like when that punch connected, his soul just kind of it faded away. You know what I mean? That shit was bad. I didn't watch the fight. I just watched the knockout that Masa posted, and I was just like,
yikes. I was like kind of sad because I had been telling Alice, like, yo, I'll put Isaiah in boxing, like, so he could learn how to throw hands. She's like, all right.
You seen that?
And then she seen that fool get knocked out. She's like, my son's never boxing. What the fuck you mean? Like he's gonna be the other guy.
Right here on a Crenshaw Pico when they open back up. Masa, I'll hit you up.
I got one down the street too, right here on it's called Broadway Boxing, right here on.
Oh no shit.
108th and Broadway. Yeah, it's literally down the street, like 3 minutes. Top.
Yeah, when it opens up, I'm going to West Side.
Take me with you, dog. I'm trying to get this working, dog. Lose some of these pounds with the boxing shit. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Only if you're naked like Beer Herb and that, dog.
Oh, I'm down, though. Some hot yolk. I mean, what? All right, boys. Let's get the show started. All right, we're muted for a bit. This is it not. That's funny as shit. I'll get rid of it pretty quick. Let's get through it pretty quick.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Good evening.
Hello.
Oh, you're back.
Annyeonghaseyo.
Oh,
for sure. K-Town, dog. K-Town boys, let's go.
K-Town
boys, let's go.
I finally went to the Galleria on the other side of my. Oh my god, they have my green tea Kit Kats. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Dog. It's the best Kit Kat ever in the world. If you say otherwise, you didn't have a childhood. I don't know what else to say, so I'm just gonna say you didn't have a childhood. But green tea
equals childhood somehow.
Scientifically proven to be the best candy 100% of the time, 80% of the time. That's how good that shit is.
See, this is some shit. This is like you knowing that cab position type of shit that you're saying right now, dog. You know what I mean? This is you wilding again.
Listen.
But welcome back. You missed last episode. You had time with the fams.
Yeah.
Talk to us. How you been? Missed you.
Yeah, I tuned into you guys. I watched everything. We went down to San Diego to the Safari Zoo, so all day thing, kind of tiring when we get back. Yeah, I heard everything. It was dope. Where's that episode at?
It's live. It's live. I just didn't create the asset for social media, so I didn't want to post it. And
I hit up my people at the social media Gary V production. They said scientifically proven if I'm not on the episode 80% of the time, it doesn't work 20% of the time. So you did the right thing.
Yeah. That's exactly straight up. Like when I realized it was like Wednesday afternoon, and then I want to post on Thursday because I know a lot of other pods go up on Thursday. Either way, most of you guys should be subscribed, right? Either on YouTube or on Spotify.
So what I did, I alley-ooped it to you.
I got you, baby. I got you, baby. I got you. Listen, most of you guys should be subscribed already, right? Either through Spotify, Apple Podcasts, through YouTube, or anywhere else you get your podcast. So I hope you guys had a notification for that. But I need a favor though, right? I was looking at some of the data. We need to get about 400 more people to subscribe to us, and right now only about 60% are subscribed. So if you're not a subscriber, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and help us get up there, get that number that we need to move.
If everyone subscribed that's tuned in live, we're watching numbers, we hit our goal right now. So it literally takes a second. Just go over there, hit subscribe. If for some reason we forget to post an episode or anything, you guys are going to get it the next day or even right after it's posted.
Yep, exactly that. But it's gone. Masa, how you doing?
I'm chilling, baby.
Yeah.
Lot of work, so
that's good.
Hey, listen, my sources say they year into Pokemon card now, though.
Yeah,
you got that vibe too.
Pokemon collector, Pokemon card collector.
Masa just started watching the OG Pokemon episodes a week ago, and now that's who wants to be all about Pokemon.
I mean, I used
to never watched an episode. Nah, you never watched it.
Right, if you say so.
Yo, swear to God.
I used to have the Pokemon trading card game on the Game Boy back in the day. Yeah, I remember that shit. That shit was tough.
Yeah.
You probably thought Pokemon Snap was the best game ever, huh?
Pokemon Snap was the best game ever.
That game was trash.
That is funny.
You don't have the Nelson eye, dog.
There you go. Yeah.
Sure. Hey, listen.
Peep game, right? Like so, like we have our own private Discord where we talk a lot about games and shit like that, and just anything we want to talk about. It's random shit. It's not open to the public because we say a lot of dumb shit there all the time. So it's our thing. But Masa started talking about Pokemon cards. Like Masa, you created that channel, right?
Yeah, I created the channel.
So I bugged the fuck out because like, you know, Rooney creates the channel, George creates the channel. I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right. I never expected you to be into Pokemon cards, which is a dope thing. Again, I'm not even talking shit. I'm just saying that's dope. I just didn't expect you to be that. But that's dope though.
Like, collecting cards though. Like I sent a couple of pictures of my basketball cards today. And I bought those the ones I showed you, the James Harden rookie card or whatever. I bought that in 2010 or some
Listen,
shit.
hey, you should start looking at the market for those cards.
Yeah, those
and, pretty penny, my man.
And they look like they're in good condition too. So you got them in a binder and shit. So
I always had them in a binder. Those shit were at my mom's house. I hit up my mom yesterday, like, yo, you see my binder? She's like, yeah, I got it right here. I was like, all right.
I sold that shit.
Yup. So who put food on your table? All right, man. I'm doing good. All right, I wasn't gonna share this, but I'll share it. Right, I worked out today for the first time in like about a year.
I knew you wanted me to listen. I know. I got.
I wasn't gonna share, but I will just because it's so damn funny, though. What you say?
Flex?
No, I ain't got flex though. I got no. Straight up, like, so I worked out today for the first time, like in a long ass time. Actual workout, right, bro? Like, so 45 minutes, I'm done. I get some drink. I'm sitting down. I get back up because I need to come back into the room or crawl back into the room. Ooh, tell me why my whole world starts fucking spinning, bro. I was like super fucking lightheaded, like I just hit a big ass NOS balloon or something, dog. I was just like mad spinning. I was like, Jesus, take the wheel. What the fuck is going on, bro? Like, so more of the story is I'm never working out again. Fuck this.
That was your body needing a shot.
Accurate.
No, let's not do that. Let's talk about some Galaxy shit though. We've been chit chatting for too long, man. Last week I left here thinking that we're gonna get mad signings this week. We're gonna have a lot of talk about next Monday's episode, and that was the case. That wasn't the case at all. There was a few things that came along. First being your boy Harvey, Master's boy Harvey, officially getting signed. Something we heard about, and it got signed. Let's talk about that. What you guys think? I mean, Masa, I'm gonna let you have this because I know that's your guy. What do you think about this?
I mean, I think it's a good move. I mean, he's still kind of young. You know, there's potential there. Obviously, he plays for the Panamanian national team.
Yep.
He's just recently gotten called up to like the main team. He was under 20s, under 22s, or I think under 23s. My bad. And I mean, I feel like what we saw from him last year, it's a scratch. You know, like everybody last year, with the exception of Pavon and Julian, probably. It was not a good season. And we lack depth in the midfield. So hopefully this year it changes. Hopefully he gets some more minutes. Hopefully he could become a bigger player or a more important player, especially because it's an international spot. And you know, those are hard to come around. So I'm just wishing for the best, to be honest. I see a high ceiling. You know, at least a high ceiling in MLS terms, and I think he could be one of the better internationals in the league. But the only time will tell. So we'll see.
So that's interesting, right? Because we've been talking about how we've done well to clear up some of these international spots, and now we're giving one up for Harvey. George, what do you think? Is that a good move for us? Is that something that you're cool with?
I'm definitely okay with it. I think Masa hit on a couple points that I was going to go with the age. Also, the fact that he's been here. He understands a lot, not just by recognizing a lot of the MLS play, things to do. So a lot of players coming in that have never played in the MLS, I wouldn't say there's a learning curve just because the style of play is very different to wherever you come from.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I think from the signings that Vanny has been doing in the FO, they're thinking a lot about of when this person leaves for international call-ups, for certain things, we have someone that can hold it down for a certain extent. Obviously, we don't know if he might get called up to the Panamanian national team for those call-ups, but I think now with a lot of the midfield being a little bit more vacant, he's going to get a lot more playing time, which I think is what he needs. And he's playing next to Jonathan Dos Santos, which you could learn a lot from that man. So I'm all for it, and I think it's going to be a good rotation. but the key is to get my man some playing time. If he doesn't get it, then it's just going to be like the first time that he was around, and then I feel it's going to be a waste of an international spot. But the ceiling's there. The ceiling's there. It just really depends on how we utilize them.
Yeah, you know what I find interesting is that he's not a guy that was predominant part of last year's team, and for him to be one of the guys who got brought back, I mean, literally got brought back, right? Because they got him. He was on loan and got him on a transfer, a full transfer now. Like for Greg Vanny and his team to say, hey, we're down with not only spending the international spot but bringing him back. Says a lot to me, right? And again, I'm I've been drinking the Greg Vanny juice. So, pause. I've been in that boat. I've been about unbelievable what he's doing. So like for them to kind of go out and make him bring him back on a full contract, put him on the roster, is dope, right? Like I mean, a few things that me and Masa talked about, like his size is big and he goes in hard for tackles, right? Like no malice, but he goes in hard for tackles, which bodes well for us. Interesting to see what kind of minutes he gets and where he gets those minutes, right? As I mentioned last week or the week before when we talked about the meeting we had with Greg Vanny and his team, they were looking for a CDM, right? And at least from what I've seen, I think he fits that role nicely, right? He's big, he's strong, he knows how to play. So it's really interesting to see what kind of minutes he gets and where he really gets the minutes. But yeah, I'm with you. I fucks with that a lot. Glad to have Harvey back. Let's talk about some more signings, even though this one's for G2. Alex Alcala, right? Have you guys heard about this kid before the signing?
I had heard about him for a while, just because I like I'm on YouTube, when I'm using the restroom, and I just go like highlights on potential future stars just to kind of have an idea of people, or I heard about this person or whatnot, and he's been mentioned a lot. He's nicknamed Mexican Messi, but I mean that's I don't know.
That's only because he was practicing over there. No, he did some time overseas as far as training.
So he's trained for Man City, Pachuca, and with Barcelona La Masia. ESPN touted him as in the list of prolific teenagers, which is crazy, right? And I couldn't get any confirmation on this, but is this a kid that they've been talking about? Man City has an option on him when he turns 18 or whatever.
That's him.
That's dope though, man. Like,
yeah, it's a good move for us. I feel like a Man City. I feel like it's helped. The whole Antuna situation kind of helped this situation here, because Antuna came, I think he progressed as a player. I think he's even better now. He came through the G's, whether it be G's, the first team or G2s or whatever, and it gave him value. At least value to put him at double digits. So Man City, he never cut it as first team, at least not for City, but hey, we could sell him off. And I think it's kind of a similar situation here. Like, I don't think City was gonna. I don't know if City could sign him because he's so young.
Yeah.
So they were like, oh, we'll send him to G2s. Worked out with Antuna. We'll do it with him, and if he's ready in a couple years, then
we'll see where he's at.
When he starts 18, we'll see if we could bring him here or move him somewhere, loan him out somewhere. So I think it's a good move for him personally, and for us, I think we both benefit from the move.
Yeah, I definitely want to see. I want to learn more. I want to hear more about how that works, right? Because is he the rights, like all that, like it's interesting. But 15-year-old kid, and as Greg Van is saying, he's only 5'1", but like he's talented though. Like I kind of looked him up real quick and saw some of his highlights, and kid could play. It'd be interesting to see the transition into like USL and playing with, he comes across like Arizona, what's the Phoenix Rising, right? Like that's a team full of grown ass men, right? I want to see what he looks like against grown ass men and like that. So interesting, really interesting. I want to see what the future looks like for him. Also, a little, to be a little reserved there because we've seen so many youthful talents get big upped and then kind of fall short of that. So I'm interested. I'm interested to see this.
Yeah, it's kind of exciting too because I'm telling you, last season there was a bunch of kids playing for G2,
Yeah.
so it's like it was like maybe that's the path they're trying to take now. Like, yo, maybe we'll sign, like another Alcala next season or the season after,
Mm-hmm.
2, 3 of those kids, and then just keep moving them and moving them, move them.
Yeah.
If not, they'll stay on or they'll get signed to the first team. And I think it's, we never did that academy episode, but this is one of the issues we had, that we didn't have that many academy players staying or moving, and right now it's like
Anything.
we're
Yeah.
getting younger and younger, and then we're pushing them either to first team or they're gonna get moved, or there's already a plan for them. So the
Yeah.
fact that there's a plan now, it's, to me, it's a positive sign, and it's good work by DTK in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. I think like it's starting to show that there's a business model behind it now, right? Whereas before it was nice to have, I guess, or they just like to claim they had the academy and a path for players to get into a first team, even though we weren't seeing it. But it seems like over the last couple of years, like there's definitely been a transition into more business model where like you're either gonna come up and be a G2 player, come up to be a first team player, or get moved on, right? Which is all dope. I fix all of that, and definitely wishing the best for Alex Alcala. So hopefully he's the blueprint for many fucking young kids to come out of, right? So looking forward to that. I thought it was dope, but like I didn't, when I heard there was gonna be some signings, I knew there was gonna be some G2 signings, but I always figured like G2 to the Galaxy. I didn't realize that we're gonna have a signing in G2 that actually made some waves, right? Because this guy seems like he could be it. He could be it. Dope. Is there any more player signings that we're going to talk about? No, right? Like I didn't. Again, I was trying to pull some stuff and I didn't really see much. But there was this week on Pavon Saga. Right? There's some more news coming out of Pavon's camp with his pops pretty much wilding out on TYC Sports, right? Like that was.
As he should, though. 100%.
You didn't see it?
Yeah.
I didn't watch the interview. I just kind of read through the comments he made, and it's pretty accurate. Yeah.
One of you two walk me through it. Walk me through Pops wilding out. What you guys think about that? Who wants to pick that up?
I feel he's doing the right thing when it comes to when it comes to talking out for his son. One, I feel he's doing the right thing, and two, they're kind of closing the door of ever going back to Argentina, which I think they're not against. I think that was their whole thing from the beginning was let's get out of here. And he's finally talking on shit that maybe a lot of people don't say just because it is Boca. It is a big name in Argentina, and I don't think that they don't really care about it anymore.
Yeah, that's and that's the crazy thing about it, right? Because I'm sure he's not the first player who felt some kind of way at Boca, right? Because we've seen a bunch of players come to Boca and not really flourish the way they thought they would, and then they kind of get moved on and it's not talked about. But now you have like Pavon. Pavon is like, for what it's worth, like he'd be in the starting lineup at Boca every single game if he was playing there, right? But the fact that he doesn't want to be there, and it seems like other than their coach, nobody really gives a fuck if he's there or not either, right? I think right now it's like really a money thing. They're trying to get as much money out from him as possible. So for his pops to come out here and be talking like that, it's not common, but also like paints a crazy picture, right? I know he's talking about like nobody cared that he had that surgery. Nobody checked up on him. Nobody in Boca said, "Hey, how are you gonna get home? You need a ride or anything like that." Nobody just gave a fuck. Like, you know what I mean? And
I think just the coach,
crazy.
Correct?
Yeah. I'm saying I think, but I don't even know the coach reached out. I know the coach is the only one. He said the coach is the only one who treated him as a human.
Who understands? Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Like nobody else did that. So it's nuts. I don't like right now. Like I really don't get it because there's obviously interest in the Galaxy, right? Galaxy is obviously interested in the money on the table, and it's not even like here's this money for all of them. Like here's this money for 50% of them, right? It's 10 million for 50%, or they're about 10 million of 50% of one. And what is Boca like? I don't get where the holdup's at right now. Especially with
my bad. His father even touched on it. Like, yo, the offer is right there on the table. If they
Mhm.
accept the offer, he's going to the Galaxy. That's simple. That's exactly what he said. And it's crazy that they won't take the money, but it's not crazy to hear these comments because prior to Pavon coming to the Galaxy, do you guys remember all those negative comments about him?
yeah.
Yeah, they were saying that he gave up, he was stopped. Yeah.
And it's like, yo, like my man had helped you get two league titles. You know, it was a very important piece to those 2 league titles, and he went on a slump. And then they turned their back on him, and now they want, like, now that he's found his form again, you know, and he came back, and all of a sudden, you know, everyone's mad that he wants to leave, and it's like, come on, bro, like what the fuck you expect? Like,
Yeah.
you guys turn your back on this man. You know,
Yeah, no,
that's why he wants to be here, because he feels the love here. I mean, I don't think anyone here is giving my man too much shit. Even
Love from the beach. He loves being at the beach.
Yeah. Also, his pop said like anywhere would be better than Boca right now, which is loaded. You know what I mean? That's a loaded ass statement. Like anywhere would be better than Boca. I think it also opens the door for any other team to come in with 11 and say, hey, we'll take him for 11, right? I don't know how feasible that is or how many suitors would be for that, but it does open the door. It was just interesting. Again, we'll be back next week with another episode of this week on Pavon Saga. So stay tuned. Pavon watch 2021. Wow, I just want to listen. I want a decision either way. I want everything to be cleared up. I need to see some resemblance of what this team's gonna look like this year. So I hope that gets figured out pretty quick. Big week for Araujo. Right, there was a piece on the humanitarian work that he's been doing. Big shout out to that. That's super fucking dope. I'm glad that, you know, it's really dope to see these players who we see and we like and we talk shit about on the field actually get their acknowledgments for shit they're doing outside of the field, right? And Araujo stepping up like that, being his age, big ups to him. Again, listen, I think Baxter felt some pressure last year because he's been writing some pieces that are not fucking they're writing Galaxy pieces without mentioning Levas, which is, you know, rare. So I've been reading some of the articles. And that one he had with the one he had about Araujo was really dope. And again, I want a big shout out that because I want to acknowledge the shit he's doing outside of the field because I think it's super dope. But on field stuff, he has a new number.
Yes, sir.
He went from 22 to 2. Right. He tweeted out and said something. This is for Michael Taylor, I think his name was. Apparently, a friend of his who passed away a few years back. And now that the number became available, you know, he took it. What y'all think of that?
My man's just an overall good human being. Fuck his soccer skills for everything. It's just he brought up right, knows this is kind of the stories of what we want to hear, not people getting the fame and letting it go to the head. And shout out to Araujo. He's doing everything right. He's doing what he has to do. At the point of his career where he could say, fuck all this because I'm getting looked at by Europe. He's doing the complete opposite. Yeah. So it's big for that. So shout out to his family, shout out to his parents, shout out to everything. Yeah. My man understands, he gets it. And it's really heartwarming and it feels good knowing that he's one of ours.
Yeah. All that. Masti, got anything to add to that?
Nah, just back to what George said. Like, he knows there's interest, and my man just keeps doing the good work and puts his head down and just keeps grinding. Like, it's that type of mentality that's gonna take you further than our team. Like, I just wish him the best, bro. Hope he has a dope ass season. And yeah, like, I hate to say it, but I wish my man gets the move he deserves in the following year or so.
I'm just gonna be on the record and say that I always thought he was worth 10 mil.
Shit. Listen, but you're right, Masa. You're right. Like this is a player who I'm rooting for, and not just with the G's. I'm rooting for him in his career. You know what I mean? I want him to go out big, and then hopefully we get him back 10 years down the line or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like because it's dope. It's super dope, man, and I'm fucking with that. I fucks with that a lot, especially because he's our own and he's young and he's doing his thing. Big shout out to him. I hope the number 2 is his lucky number 2 and he rips it this year with the G's. Because I'm looking really forward to that. Somebody else was looking forward to the fucking 2021 season. My man Jona, right? Last week there was the piece on Chicharito and everything he has been doing leading up to the season and getting his body right, getting his mind right. Really trying to put out a statement this year with on-field shit. So I guess Jona said, "All right, bet, hold my beer." He comes out and says a lot of dope things. A quote that says, "It depends on me what I show on the field, what I demonstrate off the field. I have no doubt that I can do that. I am very confident. I want to do something great with the club, be champions, and I think it's going to be this year."
Mm-hmm.
Yo, talk to me about like that energy though. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I just look at the roster, right, with the few additions that we have had, the pieces we lost, it's hard for me to think that this is a championship team.
You were literally, when you said "hold my beer," I think that's a more literal statement than more of anything. Listen, not knocking the team. I want all of our players to have this mindset. I want all of our players, especially of a leader caliber, to have that mindset because it kind of bleeds out to the rest of the team. But my man, you're my man.
Yep, my man. Well, say something. Don't say something about this. Say something different.
If you don't believe in yourself, no one believes in you. So I fuck with that mentality.
Hey, who's that philosopher in Club de Cuervos?
Yeah.
He's been watching that shit. He's been on it.
Walter
Baltasar.
Whatever Chicharito's homeboy is, that's who he is.
Yeah.
Listen, I jokes aside, right? Jokes aside. I hope it's not just lip service. You know what I mean? I hope my man has been putting in the work or has like that right mind or the talks with Greg or whatever it is that makes him feel that we could be in contention of a chip this year. Keep doing that shit because I like that energy, bro. You know what I mean? It definitely has to show on the field and it has to show when the season gets started and all that. But yeah, keep that energy, right? Like for as hard it is for me to believe that could be a possibility this year, keep that energy, right? Like we want our players. And listen, we talked about how our DPs need to be our guys who take us to the chip. Our DPs have to be what's leading us. My DP's talking about winning a chip this year. For as hard it is for me to believe it, I fucks with that. That's the energy I need.
Yep.
Right. It's interesting. It's interesting hearing him say that he thought about retiring to, I think we win a chip this year. Right.
Yeah.
And I think
because of the injury.
Yeah. I mean, either way though, right? Like your mind was pretty dark to think that you could retire to now thinking that we could win the chip. It's a big contrast there. But listen, if there's a player who needs to be on top of their shit and really in their game for us to get anywhere near that, it has to be Jona, right? Whether he's going forward or defending, like it has to be him on his top of his shit to really get us anywhere near that. So I'm hoping. Listen, again, I like the energy. I just need that. I need that in the field work as well. All right, listen, we don't have a lot, but there were some things. Did you guys get to catch that call up interview with Greg Vanny last week? I think it dropped like on Thursday or Friday last week.
I heard it.
So you didn't check it out?
No.
It's a cool show. It's a cool interview. One thing I took from there, Greg Vanny changed his tone up a little bit when it comes to Jovinko.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Greg Vanny really switched it up because I know he asked before and he had kind of just dismissed to say like, I don't think it's going to happen. It's going to be hard to happen. To now saying it would be hard, but if there's a chance, he'll pretty much do it, right? The quote is, they go through the allocation process, and I think it means like players returning. Jovinko, we would be returning to MLS, so they go through the allocation process, and all these things are not so simple as sometimes they are thought to be. So he's a wonderful player. If things fell into place and worked out, maybe it's something. But it's really, really challenging. We'll see. So you're saying there's a chance, right? Like that's pretty much what I took there. Like there could be a chance. Am I making too much of it? Or you think that?
I think the fact that he's even mentioning the allocation process is something. It's a thought. It's a thought that's there. It's a thought that's planted. I also see. I don't know. It's hard at this point. It's hard, and I'd rather something happen now than us wait for an allocation process to sign Jovinko, if that were the key. But I feel like something's in the making. But I don't know.
So I think it's Austin who holds the allocation spot right now.
Yeah.
Right.
It's one of the expansion teams. I know that for sure.
So how
Austin
much do you? Yeah, I think Man of Serrano says Cincy. I thought it was Austin, but either way, like it's a team. It's a team who. How like the allocation doesn't go for that much, does it? Like what are we thinking? Like, right?
I mean, it depends on the price you're willing to pay. I think the person that holds it holds the market for the value of it, especially if you know that a team in the league wants to get someone like Jovinko. But like, well, if you want Jovinko, pay the money. We have the spot. And think of it as a waiver wire on fantasy football.
Yeah,
if we were able to add money on that, we'd sell that motherfucker for high. Especially we know that someone in that league wants it. So it's all about perspective of how Cincy thinks that's. Now, if Cincy's, I haven't really looked into their squad or anything. If they're needing something that we have,
there you go.
That's key.
So I was going there next, just because Manos around the chat said legit plus Subak to Cincy for the top allocation spot. Again, we're not sure who has it. So two things, right? Legit Subak to Cincy or Austin, whoever holds the top allocation. Is that a go for you? And if it's not, what are you willing to give up? And you know it can't be two scrubs, right? You have to give up some value. So George, you go first, and then Masa follow that up.
It. I'll say it now. I don't want to switch on Legit because I feel that we rode that train for so long. I think we need something to come from it. Either if it's a bust, a complete bust, because we can't say that his seasons have been bust because we've seen sparks of what he could do. So I'm still riding that train. I think it's time to give up Stairs.
Stairs, huh?
If Stairs is the key for us to get Jovinko,
I think it's interesting. He's an American center back who at times could play right, at times he could play shitty. But he's an American center back, right? So you're not paying the premium for international spot or anything like that. Interesting move. Masa, what do you got?
I'm on the same boat with George. I feel like this year too is a make or break for the Jet. And fuck, we wrote it out with so many other players, dog, for so long, and we give the Jet a lot of shit, but he hasn't had like. I don't think his seasons has been terrible. They've not been great. They've been okay, like pretty average for a player. I mean, he should be producing more, but they've been pretty average. And I think on a better team, I think we'll see a better Legit. So I can't trade that piece up, not now. And I would have to move Daniel Stairs.
Damn, another Stairs, huh?
If I'm moving someone, and even then, I'm kind of iffy about it, just because our depth at the back line is iffy. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even. I would probably just say money. If I had to, I wouldn't even want to move anybody.
Yeah, listen. So I'll answer the Legit part. I think Masa, you hit it right in the head, because I was gonna say that like Legit has been meh in bad teams. Right, he's been meh in bad teams. But if you guys recall, when he first hopped in and we had a team behind him, Legit was a stud, right? Like we seen a different Legit. I'm not gonna blame just the team, because we all know he had that big injury and he's never been the same after that. But there was glimpses of him prior to that where he was really dope, and he was surrounded by a good team, right? So if Greg could surround him with a good team and the right mindset across the whole team, I think we can see a better Legit. So I'm with you. I wouldn't want to give up Legit just yet. And then Steris, like I think Steris holds a lot of value, right? I think Steris holds a lot of value, so I can definitely see that moving. As much as we give him shit, as much as Angel per se, like we give him a lot of shit. Like I think because he's American, because of his stature, because he has that experience already, he could do well. And if we look at like Romney, who performed really well last year, away from the G's, like who's to say that Steris wouldn't do the same in a different space, right? Or we've seen it with Stardust as well. Like there's a lot of players who left the G's and from one other places. So I think it'd be interesting. That'd be a hot trade piece right there, or for that location. And if the result of that would be Javinko, I'm down with fucking same piece to Steris. 100%. No questions asked. All right. Moving on. Let's talk about Honey.
Sir.
Honey got announced today. The new sleeve logo, or the new sleeve sponsor being Honey. I fucks with it. I like how it looks. They're not trying to scheme. They're not trying to pyramid scheme me out of my money. In fact, they're trying to make sure that I save some money.
For the pyramid scheme.
For the pyramid scheme, yeah, exactly. I fucks with it. I really fucks with it. The only thing I don't fucks with is they didn't offer me the job after interview for them. So just for that reason, fuck them. But the sponsor on the sleeve is dope. 1 second.
I think the fact that the sponsor it's low key. That's what I like about it. Seeing it on the jersey and everything. It being that it's low key, nothing too crazy. I'm okay with it.
It's a LA tech based company too, right? It's from LA, so I fucks with that like too, right? Like it's a homegrown sponsor. I fucks with it. You guys use Honey at all?
I downloading that shit right now to my extensions as a matter of
fact. Add it to your browser. Like I fucks with. I've been fucking with Honey for a minute because like from time to time it saves me a bunch of cash, especially like on an Adidas store. It's been a gang of times where like they have like these sales where everything's like super cheap. And they hooked me up with an extra $5-10 off. So like I fucks with Honey a lot. Not a paid sponsor, but if you guys want to pay us too, like holla. But I fucks with that, and I think it looks good. I think it looks good on the kit. I can't wait to see it on the new kit. Masa, you got any thoughts on Honey?
That's tight. Next question.
Sick ass phone.
But listen, it's dope to see. I'm hoping in the near future we get to see a different chest sponsor because we need that. We need that in our lives. All right, nothing much more to talk about. I do want to give a shout out to the G's and their community kit videos they've been dropping over the last week or so. Ooh. I think what's the first one? But like Eli's video, was that the first one they dropped?
Yeah, it was the first one.
So listen, first of all, like that's one of homie's sons. So like for a fact, I was gonna fuck with it. I was really excited to see it. I didn't even know about it at all, right? Like so, like Adrian hadn't hit me up about it or leaked anything to me, so I didn't know about it. So when I seen it, I bugged out. I was like, oh, this is so dope, right? And there's a moment where he's like, I think he's like, yeah, woohoo, or some shit like that. And I thought it was amazing. I love that part of it, and I thought it was dope. So that one has a little asterisk because definitely biased because he's the homie. But the other video's been dope too. You guys seen the one at Red Shield, Pico Union?
Yep, the Red Shield one. I think the one that for me was the Ethan. Kicked out her cancer. I saw that one. I was like, oof.
Yeah. That I heard. I seen it. I seen the South Central one. That one was dope too. I really fuck with that, man. It's funny as shit because if you don't fuck with the G's, if you're not really into MLS, there's somehow a misconception that G's fans are #rich Galaxy fans, right? Listen, but the fact that they're showcasing like really where a lot of us come from, right? I'm talking about like Red Shield, like man, like during high school, like that was a spot, right? Like just playing in the back there. I even went to the gym there before, like like broke like go to Red Shield because they had some weights and shit like that. Like that's super dope.
We get it. You were out.
All right, I'm talking about high school. I'm talking about high school. That's 20 odd years ago, all right? So chill. Sad too. Sad as fuck too, right? Sad as fuck too. But listen, but it's been a minute, right? Like, but the fact that showcasing that is dope, and of course they have the Beckham field there, but like all the other ones are really dope. I really fucks with it. I still don't quite understand why it's being called the community kit, but I do fuck with the visuals that they've been dropping. I like that a lot. Any of them
package, dog, a jersey with everything. It's gonna come together for a certain price.
So straight from the stands, the homie that will atmosphere on Twitter, he posted a tweet today saying, "Hey, I'm hyped for the jersey, but can we also get all the other shits, right? Like the pillowcase. I spotted that on Eli's, and I was like, y'all need that, right? There's like the keychain, there's like a soccer ball, there's all kinds of shit.
Coffee
And like
mug, the cafecito mug. Ooh.
yeah, man. Like I need all of those. Like listen, on the 24th. Listen, I wanted to buy some gear this week because shout out to 1 2 Threads. They dropped some real heat. They got their winter shit coming out, like the hoodie, the sweats, the other fucking crew neck, the beanies, all dope shit. I didn't spend a damn cent though, because I'm waiting for the 24th so I can just give them all my money. Just take it, dog. Okay. Just take all my money, dog. Anything they have, I'm about to take that. But it's dope. It's dope. You guys, any thoughts on the community kits before we move on?
I'm excited. I'm excited for the release. I'm excited for everything coming out. Hopefully they do though. Hopefully they do make something when it comes to those small things that we see on the commercials as far as the pillows and all that. That'd be sick. I needs that for sure. Masa.
Fire.
Next question.
Dylan. I fucks with that. All right. Actually, George. Wait, let me see. Yeah, we're done. You got any questions today?
Yes, we do. All right,
give me
a second so I can find that shit. I don't know what you guys.
You're ready? My bad. My bad. What are you talking about? TDM, we said Honey needs to work 1 2 Threads. Word.
Honey? Hell yeah, we need a Honey shirt. We should all wear Honey next week. Yo, am I missing something? Where the fuck does this say questions at?
Discord.
Yeah.
SFTS fam. No, SFTS pod contributions.
Got it. There it is. See, I just wanted y'all to say something. All right. Starting with G-Man. Greg Vanny is a secret party DJ. I'm not joking. Those are his words. Watch the Call Up podcast. Would you allow him to scratch during a Galaxy tailgate? Hell yeah.
Let's go. Listen. Let us open up that stadium, dog, and have another V-Block party. I have him on the 1s and 2s real quick, dog. I don't know what he spends yet, though, but I have him on the 1s and 2s. By the way, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna throw this shit off the curve. Daft Punk.
Yo, what? Crazy, huh?
Dog, like Herbert posted this and 100% accurate. Like all this time, never got to watch, never got to see him live, and it sucks.
I was talking to Herbert about that earlier too. I seen them live once at the Activision show.
Random. No shit.
Random as fuck. And he was telling me that they never do appearances, they never do anything. I was like, damn, you fake, because you a big ass raver, and I got to see them.
That's solid. That's tight. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to throw all those way the fuck out there, but I seen that today, and I was a little hurt about that. But yeah, of course, though. If any wants to fucking hit the 1s and 2s, let me know. I'll make it happen.
As long as he plays some Bobby Schmurder.
Ooh. Bobby Schmurder's free, baby. Yeah. I seen a meme that said Bobby Schmurder's free, but at what cost? At the cost of Daft Punk. I was like, damn.
With Thanos? With Thanos? Yeah. That's sad shit, dog. I seen another one that said I seen another one that said Bobby Schmurder came out as Robert Schmurder. I was like, yeah.
Hey, Syke says that I'm pushing product. What I push?
I don't know, dog. If you're pushing product, you shouldn't be talking about it.
Damn.
I mean, what?
Hey, are you the Fed's like? Damn. All right, G-Man follows up with a real question. The Galaxy have been the gold standard of the league. Best stadium, used to have best home field advantage. When Mike McGee came back, he praised the medical staff compared to Chicago. However, in Vanny's recent interview, he mentioned that structurally the Galaxy were behind compared to other teams in the MLS. Does that scare you, and is it surprising? I think I want to touch on this a little bit. I think it comes when what he means by what's the word that he used when he means by structurally. If that, you could say a lot. That could be the way that we're recruiting, the way our stadium, our youth, our fitness,
sports science, analytics.
It could even mean the equipment that we have. I don't know what he's referring to, but in the sense of, and I'm a bash a little bit in the sense of our stadium. We're just getting up with the times, so it's not like we have the best stadium in the league. To us, it's the best stadium because it's home. You get me? That's home is where the heart is. But I don't know what he meant by structurally.
We were the first soccer specific stadium, right? So for a time there, like we were the stadium, right? I think Dallas copied and pasted the stadium. I think it was like so. Like for a time there, I mean, some of that is right. You guys, I'm pretty sure you guys remember when like can nobody beat us at home, right? Like even teams that came in and did well, like they left with a tie, right? Like so he has a point there, but all that has been like long gone, right? Like I'm telling you, like even and this is like we put a lot of blame post Bruce, but Bruce is part of like structurally. He has some responsibility here too, right? Because he did his things his way and didn't keep up with how MLS was moving. So I'll say this, right? Like, is it surprising? No. I think Masa's been here. Masa's been here. I know Angel was here at one point talking about like how's our scouting? Like, you know, where's the analytics department and all that? Like, and we hadn't had that. But for Vanning to actually in like I know personally that he put in a lot of things already. He's putting in a lot of things in place already, right? I don't know. I mentioned this, but like they tore down a room just to make it a video room with like fucking stadium seating. So like everybody's like focusing onto the video, like stuff like that is gonna be super key. So does it scare me? Not anymore, because you know Vanny's in charge, and I think he understands that because he did that really well in Toronto, and I don't think it's surprising either, right? Because I think we've been calling it out for a minute. So, yeah.
Yep. All right, and then last question comes with Glenn with 1N wants to know, Araujo has a new number, one that fits him. I'm big on numbers. Are you guys big on numbers, and how much do you think numbers and superstitions plays in soccer/football? You guys want to touch on this? I have my thoughts.
Yeah, go for it.
The superstition part when it comes to soccer, yes, 100%. I think you feel comfortable playing in a number. I don't think it makes or breaks the player, but I think the fact that this number has some emotional sentiment behind it, you never know. It might make my man look at the number every time, but like, yo, I gotta show out. It might give him that boost when during tough times last year, he kind of looked at his number and said, fuck it, let's go out there and play this game. And hopefully this number, when he sees the back of his jersey, he remembers of his boy that had a lot of sentiments in his life. So, and he goes out there and shows out for him. If there's at a point where he doesn't have anything else to show out for, and we have those days where we just can't push it no longer. And I know I can speak for myself, and I'm sure you guys do. Sometimes you guys don't want to do anything. You guys think of, why am I doing this? What's pushing me? And
what motivates
that adds to it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on that. Personally, I mean, I don't see anything. I don't see anything to it. But like, I definitely see what George is talking about, right? Like, you having a bad game and you rocking that number that means so much to you, like that right there could give you that little motivation you need to go in a little harder, to work a little harder. Yeah, like so. Okay, personally, I don't, but like, I think like especially for Araujo, because he picked that number and because he went public on why he picked that number, I think, you know, like he'll want to live up to that number and make sure he has good showings in and out. Masa, you got something to say about this?
It goes back to a mental thing, right? If you feel good with a certain number, you look good in that number, you know, your confidence, it helps your confidence. So at the end of the day, if that's the number you wanted, and that number's available, you grab that number. Like, I don't know about, I mean, everyone's different, but for me, if I get to wear the number that I want to wear, I feel like it just makes me play better. Like, it gives you that confidence to play better. It's a personal thing, and I think if for any player, if that's the number you like, and if you feel good, I'm telling you, you feel good, you look good, you play good. That's how I see it. So
I fuck with it.
I'm not mad at that either. And let me just say, Alvaro Cornejo says everything but the roster, right? Like, listen, we spoke candidly with Greg, and he said they're looking at 7 to 9 more signings. I think we've seen 2 of those come in, so potentially 5 more signings. But even in our conversation, I don't think like there's a doubt in my head that we're gonna get more players, like because we don't have players to fill in position right now. So like, there's no way the season starts without us getting more players, right? And just to be frank, like the window officially opened February 10th, and it runs through May 4th, right? So there's time there to make the signings that we need. I'm not stressing that 100% yet. Yes, I do want more signings. I do want to be able to talk about who came in and who potentially coming in. I want to hear the rumors, but I'm not really stressed about not having the full roster at this moment. How do you guys feel about that?
I'm not stressed about it either, honestly. I mean, last year we had, I wouldn't say well, we had a full roster last season. How the fuck that go for us? So I mean, you just gotta be a little patient, and you guys have to remember this is not a this season. It's a one season. We're gonna turn it all around. Like, no, it's gonna take some time. Yeah, we could possibly turn it around. The goal is always playoffs and championships, but this shit's a process. Like, it's something that's gonna take a while, especially with the new coaching staff. A lot of new players coming in, so you just gotta be patient. Like, I'm not worried about it yet. If they can't get the right pieces now, then they can't get the right pieces now. But I feel 100% confident that there's going to be signings coming up. So, I mean, I'm not really stressed about it.
I think what Masa said was hits it. The reaction you got from me was because obviously I always want to be a contender. I always want to be this. I always want to, shoot for the best. But we have to acknowledge what we have. And I think we've said it on the pod here. As long as we have a roster that goes out and fights, I'm good with it. And that could mean signing up until the transfer window closes the day of, then I'm okay with it, because as long as the players that we bring in are the ones fighting for the crest and fighting for everything that we come on here and talk about, then I'm good with it. I know that this is not a short game, it's a long game. And I think the Galaxy fans need to understand that it's going to be a long game if we want to push to what they remember, if we want to push to what we've had. So yeah, so I'm okay with no signings happening as of now, as long as when we put a product out on the field, it stands for what we believe in.
Yep, that right there, right? Like everything right now doesn't matter, right? We got preseason coming up. That don't matter, right? Because we've seen the team be dope in preseason and then come out and be shit for the regular season. So I think we'll have a real sense of where the team's at after first couple of weeks of season. Just a little more of the chat. It says TDM Risa says is Fisher the only Vanny signing though? I think it might be, right, and I will actually throw in Harvey in there as well.
Yeah,
right. Like I'll throw Harvey in there as well, because they had no, there was no.
You have to bring him back.
Yeah, there was no fucking. We're in the hook for him, so we didn't have to bring him back. So I think them two again. But listen, who else is there? Right? We have Villafana. I don't care who the coach is. If you get a chance to bring Villafana, I think you bring Villafana. Right, versus what we had, I think you bring up Villafana. So and then the G2 kids, right? I think that was influenced a lot by DTK, which again it's another guy who I think we'll see his quality and judgment over the next couple of years, right? Because I think really now is when he'll have more to say than before. So yeah, we'll see. Listen, I think what Masa was saying is 100% right. I think what Vanek's trying to do right now is make sure we have a good foundation to build upon and not build on something that's super shaky like we had been over the past 5 years or so. It's only time will tell right now, right? We have to be a little patient and see how it plays out and see if this is gonna work out for us or not. Dope. Before we sign out of here, let me talk a little bit about Saturday's event. If you're not aware, ACB is having the warm up. Is a charity event to get some donations of blankets, new blankets for the homeless in LA. It's a problem that it's very apparent if you take a drive anywhere, you see LA has a lot of homeless right now. So with cold weather and all that, we want to get some blankets and get it out. So shoot through. It's gonna be from 12 to 5 p.m. coming through Gate D. For all my old heads who are with ACB when we're rocking the Lot 13 tailgates, use that entrance and come through. If you can't make it on Saturday, there's still a wish list. I think will be up until no, it's still up now. I won't even tell you when it's gonna be taken out because I don't have that date correctly. So if you can't make it, hit the wish list. Buy a couple blankets and donate that way. And if you can't make it, be there from 12 to 5. If you bought a ticket with us last year, exactly almost 1 year ago, actually 1 year and a couple of days ago, to the LA Kings night with ACB, we'll have your first chance to pick up your hats this Saturday as well. So drive out to Dignity, pick up a blanket from any of the stores on the way, and donate and pick up your hat. I think we might have some raffle going on as well. So again, we're not hanging out. Please don't get out the car. Right, we're trying to be safe. But shoot through and donate for a good cause. It's the first one this year, and we're trying to make sure we have a good turnout. Don't forget to come out and donate, man. It should be a good time. Anything else?
Huge shout out to Nelson. He just officially released the tweet this week that he is officially hired through the LA Galaxy. Yes. He's been on here a lot of times. He's give a lot of raffles out here. We've brought him on, talked about his story. And if you guys haven't heard that pod, go back and just listen to that story about how everything happened. And now my man's officially employed by his lifelong club. And it's just such a dope story. So shout out to the Galaxy for one, realizing and keeping an eye out to what the fans are doing. And shout out to him.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, big time. I forgot about that. But congrats, my guy. I'm really proud of you. I'm really happy for you. I mean, this is the kid that they used to be with the Futboleros and just dribbling in front of ACB for a minute, and now to becoming part of ACB, to becoming a photographer recognized by all the Galaxy fans, to actually working with the G's. Good fucking. I mean, is that a fucking is that a happy story or what? I fucks with it. So congrats on you on that. Yo. Yeah, for those of you that put in the order for the Straight from the Stands Pro Club jersey, I got confirmation today that they're going to print. As soon as we get a ship information, I'll hit you guys up and let you know when it could be picked up or get shipped out. I'll let you guys know. But with that being said, it's another episode of Straight from the Stands. I'm Boy Rudy at I Am Smart on Twitch, I Am Smart on Twitter, I Am Smart on the gram.
Jandefeated7, Instagram and Twitter. Subscribe on YouTube, pussies.
Yes.
Peace, love, and Jesus.
Peace, y'all. Have a good night. What the fuck, George? Good shit, boys. Good shit.
That was a good